Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It's Friday, and let's see, about 10 in the morning, and I have a very busy day today. A lot of things to do. I want to sweep the garage floor, clean the windows in the car, and I'm thinking about folding up my Mickey Mouse poncho. I want to straighten out my little, I call my little studio area here. You can't see it, but to my left and to my right, I have four plastic tubs, two on each side. And it's just, I use them as my little desks, and they're all filled with comic books and stuff. So I want to straighten that out. And then the biggest job I have to do today is trim the hedges. Oh, and also I'm thinking about setting up a new background for my studio. So it's going to be a really, really, really busy day. And it's supposed to be warm out. And someone this old elderly chap just walked by and looked at me funny. You know, then they'll just glance in the garage. You know, they stare at you for about 10. How you doing? Good to see you. They stare at you for about 10 seconds or so, you know. Well, I'm going to get going. Get to work. Now, the other thing I want to do is take the styrofoam there and put it back into the box for my George Foreman grill. So that's gonna be a big job. And then what I want to do is I'm debating whether to fold up my poncho or not. See, every time I fold it up, the pressure leaves this imprint there. So I'm thinking about doing that. And then I want to tie up my hose. So it's just a lot of work to do today. I want to sweep the floor. As you can see, I'll show you the floor. Got a lot of, little things I got to sweep up there. So and then the main thing, of course, is trimming the hedges. So I think I'm going to trim the hedges first. Do the toughest job first. Okay, so I'm getting my electrical cords now, and I have to move my tool chest and my two umbrellas and find a place for them to put them, so I can open up the tub for the electrical cord. So I'm going to have to take some time and think about where best place to put my tool chest and those two umbrellas. So I'll just be a moment figuring that out. So I moved my tool chest and the two umbrellas, and this is the tub I keep my electrical cords in. See, on October 11th, 2018, I decided to mark this. So then I'll always know where my electrical cords are. And usually I wrap them up nicer than this. But the last time I did the power washing of the house, and it got to be late at night and I was tired, and I just threw the electrical cords in, which I kind of regret doing that and not taking the 10 minutes and wrapping them up real nice. But that's a lesson learned. So I'll get my electrical cords out, get my hedge clipper out, and I'll start trimming the hedges. It's quite an exciting day today here. Plugged in my electrical cord now. It's just a matter of unwinding the cord and bringing that outside, and then taking my hedge trimmer out of the box and bringing that outside, and I'll be at work. Exciting day today, I'll tell you. I've got my cord all stretched out, and I'm kind of embarrassed to show the hedges. I did them a month ago. It's just that we've had a lot of rain and they've grown like weeds. So I really have my job cut out. You can see they just went crazy. They went wild. And what I do is on Foxy's tree, I keep plastic cup of iced tea. I put a lid on it so the bugs and all don't go in it. And then I keep my trusty towel there, right here, my forehead, and wipe the sweat off my forehead and face. It makes a kind of a handy place to put your towel. So I don't know what I would do without this oak tree here. So I'm gonna go and get my hedge clippers and start trimming the hedges. So now I just have to move my tree branch clipper here. And I'll move that now. I'll move that over here. And this way I've got all three of them together. And I gotta take the my hedge trimmer out of the box and take it outside. Never a dull moment here at the Villages. Fun, fun, fun. So I've got my hedge trimmer all plugged up. And what I do is I tie just an overhand knot here, and then I plug it in there. And what happens is then it can't when you're doing the hedges, it can't unplug itself. Just one of good old Richard's handy tips. Okay, I've got the top all trimmed up nicely. I just have to remove the hedge clippings from the top. And now I have to do the sides. There's two schools of thoughts. Some people like to do the sides first and then do the top. And I'm from the school of thought I like to do the top first and then do the sides. There's no real right or wrong way to trim hedges. It's your own personal preference. Now before I start the sides, I think I'll walk over to Foxy's tree, get a sip of iced tea, and take a little break. So I'm taking a break, and I got an old giant Batman from 1965. The cover and the first page are missing, but it only affects the first story. And in fact, there's a great story here I want to read now. The Ice Crimes of Mr. Zero. And on the TV show, the 1966 Batman show, Mr. Zero was known as Mr. Freeze. I always thought that was an interesting change of his name. But it's the same guy, Mr. Freeze, Mr. Zero, they're one and the same. Even though this doesn't have a cover, I keep it in a plastic bag with a white backer board. And I put a rock on the plastic bag and white backer board so it doesn't blow away when I'm trimming the hedges. Just give you a quick view here. So now all I have to do is the side of the first hedge and then the rest of the hedges. So I'm doing a pretty good pace here, and just going to read this Mr. Zero story and have a sip of iced tea and then get back to work. So now I'm reading this. This is one of the things I loved about these old 80-page giants from the mid-1960s. They would have these complete Sunday newspaper syndicated stories, and what they were reprints of the Sunday the comics, a comic strip from usually 1940 or something like that. Now this one's about Catwoman, And I'm really looking forward to reading that. I think the last time I read this story, I was probably about 12 years old in 7th grade. I haven't, reread my old comic books like I should, especially this one, because, it didn't have any cover, so it didn't have any appeal and that kind of thing. But, let's see now. I got my iced tea there. I'm all set. There's the hedge, all trimmed up. Now I just have the next thing I'm going to do is do the top of the other big hedge, all the way at the end of the line of hedges. It's quite an exciting day today. I've got my work cut out for me now, and believe it or not, it was a month ago that I did the hedges, and it's just been a lot of rain, and this hedge just really grew wild. And at the far end, you can see the hedge already cut and the flowering trees, and give you an idea of my neighborhood here. And neighbor in the back there. Oh, I gotta trim this one up a little bit too, but I'm not gonna do it today. It's gotta be close to 100 degrees outside. It is very, very hot right now. So I'm gonna trim off the top, probably take a break, and then trim off the sides. I've trimmed off the top of the big hedge. You can see all the trimming that fell. Now I have to do the sides, but first I'm going to take a walk down to Foxy's tree and take a sip of iced tea and read a little bit more of my comic book. It never ends. I just realized here I got a lot of weeding to do right here. I don't like to use all those chemicals, but I'm not going to do it today. It's really, really hot out. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I'm so glad I got a long extension cord, because I could never do it with the old-fashioned hedge clippers. So that's my goal. Take a walk down Foxy's tree, sit down, have a sip of iced tea, and read a little bit more of my Batman comic book. So I got all the siding done, and now I have to pick up all the trimming, the cut of the trimmings. But I'm going to do that tomorrow because I have to go to the grocery store and buy some of those big brown paper bags they have. So got quite a bit done today. I'm kind of proud of myself. And then I'm gonna, maybe tomorrow I'll get the ladder out and attack this hedge here. So it's a funny thing. 2 years ago I would do this and I wouldn't get so tired out. But it is hot today, so I think I went in for lunch and just now and came out and then did the sides, and the weatherman said it's over 100 degrees out right now in this area, in the villages. So I'm going to clean up and go inside and watch Bold and Beautiful. Got all the 2 electrical extension cords in the old gray tub. Now I'm going to put the lid on and snap the lid. I'm learning to do things on one hand. Now what I'm going to do is go over here and get my tool chest. It's a little bit heavy. It's not that heavy, but it's heavy. My tool chest, I put my tool chest there. then what I do is I put my 2 umbrellas on top here. And I put my 2 umbrellas on top. This way I always know where my tool chest is, and I always know I've got 3 umbrellas. I keep 3 umbrellas in the car. I keep 2 umbrellas there. So that's done. Now I've got to put my chair back, bring my Batman comic book in, and then bring my iced tea in. Exciting day today. So I brought my Batman comic book in. This is the very stool that I use to sit on when I tape my vlogs. And there's my studio in my background. I'm thinking about changing it. I have some ideas and I'm working on that. So I'm going to sign off. And until my next vlog, be safe, stay positive, and I'm looking forward to doing my next vlog. As always, thanks for watching.